Do you want to hit the golf ball further? Then I've got 3 things for you to try to make sure that you can hit the ball further with any club in the bag. The first thing you need to realize is that a relaxed muscle is way faster than a tensed up muscle. So you gotta think more of like a golfing Bruce Lee. Wah! Instead of a Chuck Norris. Alright? So make sure that your posture is nice and relaxed and you're not gripping the club too tightly, because you'll only slow yourself down. It's not these muscles that make the speed comes from somewhere else. Hitting the ball further in golf is all about club head speed. And yes, we use the body to start the speed, but at one point, the club head has to overtake the body. That is what we call the release. That is where a big jump in club head speed comes from. For a good release, we need to have a powerful break in that body motion so we can allow that club to take over. Here's what I want you to try. Flip your club around, pick it up in one hand, and just feel that whipping motion through the air. Make sure to make a swing, stop your body, and really whip it through. You can do this with the other hand as well. This is where the power comes from, that whipping motion through the ball. We can turn the club back around. Make sure we have a good active break so that the club can overtake the body, release it at the last time, and whip it through. So tip number 1 is to keep the tension in your body to a minimum to allow you to move as fast as you can. Tip number 2 is all about the release. Make sure to gain speed by using your rotation and have a powerful break in your body to allow the club to take over. Release that club and whip it through the ball. Also, make sure you don't have too narrow of a stance, because this will prohibit you from shifting your weight and having that powerful break. If you look at baseball players, when they stand ready for that pitch, they have a big, powerful stance. And when that ball comes, they even step in and make their stance even bigger in order to whip that baseball bat through the ball. Now, this is what you have to keep in mind. So make sure your stance is wide enough to shift that weight into the front foot, have that powerful break, whip it through. Now, before we move on to tip number 3 that can help you gain power on every golf shot you make, if this video was helpful to you so far, maybe you could help us out in return by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. So tip number 3 is for more advanced players who already know how to stay relaxed and how to whip that club through impact using their release properly. If you're one of those players who wants to add a little bit more power to your shot, then you have to use the biggest muscles in your body, and that is the muscles in your legs. You need to be able to push off of the ground, and that is where a lot of club head speed is. Now, if you look at Bryson DeChambeau, yeah, sure, he packed on a lot of muscle, but he is not using these guns to launch the ball. No, he is pushing off of the ground to make his release even more powerful, and that is how he sends a lot of those bombing drives out there. He's using all that power, all that muscle that he packed on to rotate more and push off. Now, here's what I want you to try and do. When you make a swing, make sure to load up on that front leg. You have to switch your weight to that front leg and really get in there. And as you release it, you have to push off. If you need to lift your front heel in order to make a bigger turn and push it down into the ground to get yourself to launch, that is fine by me. The only place to use power is there, in the ground. This will give you 5 to 10 miles an hour extra club head speed easily. If you are still struggling with too much tension in your golf swing, maybe check out this video. I can help you out some more. All right, this is the coach signing off. I'll see you in the next one.